Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode, we will be going over the road of T1 to the finals of the LCK Spring Playoffs. Now without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
또 이렇게 같이 하게 되니까 합이 잘 맞을 것 같다라고 기대하고 있고 이번에 또다시 많이 우승하고 싶습니다.
Control that T1 can demonstrate, and especially in best of fives. This is the real danger. It's the fact that this is the team that ran all the way through the LPL. We'll be able to take the prize of a Drake unless Ona is able to do something about it. They do get a bit of information as he gets on over. There's going to be the steal, but it might be a sacrifice of his life as well. Magnustorm comes in and he takes the lantern! And Carrier is going to save his jungler.
Not going to be pushing this one down very quickly, as Zeka does have ult flash.
Yeah, he does. And he also has Viper coming down here towards this bottom side as Emperor's Divide is going to be avoided. Ona was tanking up the turret for such a long time, though. And is just going to fall down. Viper just great positioning here. Gumyushi Carrier just a little bit late to the party.
Owner a bit of a miss on this one.
Well, so Mega Death can he get flashed there, as that is a lot of respect given. And now Destiny coming on through. Zeus will find the gold card, and that is a very comfortable kill. Snare should be able to keep Viper safe, but that is still so much damage done. See whether Owner is just going to be able to utilize the rel to lock this one down. It is going to be secured, but can they win the team fight? Hook going to connect onto Peanut as Faker delivers a package to the backline. Viper shields himself up though, has to flash over the package to avoid the damage. Hook is going to be there under Peanut though, and he should go down. Emperor's Divide lands on almost everyone, and there goes the Jinx, but Viper falls immediately afterwards, and now the damage is just Zeka. Zeus zones in on it, and that will be the lockdown of the Emperor. And there is the damage gone. No one else able to offer anything back. And Delight, yeah, he's tanky. He lasts a little bit longer, but he will still be going down. And T1 wiped the fight.
They're going to clear this vision, but starting the Baron, I mean, T1 definitely will just contest here. This is a pretty interesting call from HLE, considering this is a Senna early on.
Fate can't actually make his way up here, so Hanwha Esports are just saying, we have 5, you have 4, and at the moment it is 3. Hook going to connect as Ona's Magnustorm is fantastic. He's lasting for so incredibly long and gets his way out as well, but still Doran able to lock that one down. Zeus is now in the front line. This is dangerous, but the Jinx is now going to get excited. That is the second kill as the front line has been wiped out. And now Doran, the last one remaining with any kind of health bar.
He's prepped his big rocket as well. This could be a game-deciding fight.
Yeah, T1 already starting this one up as Delight in position. Flame Chompers go down. Hook going to go wide there as Zeka now finally going to join the fight. The Hook is going to connect. That's onto a flashless Twisted Fate as well. Still, he's able to kite this one out. The flash forward from Peanut, and Doran's able to lock that one down. But now the package is absolutely gigantic. Still, Doran just shrugs it off. They are able to take down Peanut, but Emperor's Divide connects. And that is the wipeout for Hanwha Life. They are looking to try and end this game.
No.
Oh my god, the intensity of this game, but still, Hanwha Life now knocking on the front door of T1. These death timers are not exactly the longest, but the Nexus turrets are going down. Still Ona standing his ground, trying to take control. They'll take both Nexus turrets, but they're not able to end the game. And now, Destiny has been procced. Teleport to come in here, as Delight is in a lot of trouble at this point. He is going to be sacrificed, and now Faker's teleported over. Is this the counter win now for T1 as the gold card is going to connect? Doran is not able to get out of this one, and that's Faker locking that one down. Remember guys, the Baron is still up towards that exposed inhibitor, but there are still inner turrets in top and bot lane. And with the Baron, I don't think that Hanwha Esports are going to be getting anywhere near that Nexus at any point in time. Control ward put down as well, just to make sure there aren't any cheeky wards for the teleport. Still, Zeka and Doran don't have theirs up and available. As with 5 members of Hanwha Esports here, it is very difficult to defend. And now Magnustorm is going to get that engage on through. Peanut taking so much damage now, able to use Ona to try and taxi out, but the double knockup is fantastic from Doran. They take down the Thresh and the Rel, and now Gumyushi is exposed. He's going to get snared, and now the game is finally over. Hanwha Esports, it looked dicey after that push failed, but this time around, the Nexus will go down. 50% health And now Zeus is potentially in trouble. Finds a gold card onto Peanut, who will throw out the ulti and eventually flashes his way out. Still, Owner is able to lock down the kill. Now Doran, he's going to get taken down as well. The gold card is going to connect, and he's not going to be able to get the follow-up. And T1, they punish hard. Looking at exactly what I was saying before, where it's T1 falling down 0-2, as this might mean no, as Dawning Shadow is going to fly on over as well. And there goes the Azir. Now Doran, that is an unfortunate teleport, if ever I've seen one. Dangerous, and full vision was given over to T1. Of course, you can still press that Destiny button if you would like to. And so there they go. Hanwha have already backed away from this one. There's the kick forward. Good Arctic Assault there, but Doran's still going down so incredibly low. Delight also having to flash away as there's a Flash Emperor's Divide, but it's whipped entirely from Zeker, and T1 will punish immediately. Now Viper still trying to get damage down, able to buffer that gold card nicely, but now with a man advantage, T1, they might just move over to the Baron themselves.
Oh man, Zeka's going to be feeling that one tomorrow. He better stay off the internet for a little while, as that was such a cool idea. But the rest of his team was clearly backing out. He goes for it anyways. Now, Hanwha Life, they're not just going to go quietly to that good night. They've got to fed Zeri.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to contest.
These extendo beams are scary. There's the hook in, but he's not as tanky as he was last game. And Delight will just immediately get punished.
Peanut has flash.
Yeah, they want to try and get on in here. Doran's at full health now as Viper has pressed that ultimate button. This is kind of a Zeri fight, and he's going to take out Zeus first. Into the pit they go, but the Baron is still going to go over to T1. So still their advantage, and Zeka will teleport in, but it's a bit too late.
And he may just simply opt into the fights they know they have guaranteed prio on to avoid getting packaged whatsoever.
Whoa, there's another flash forward here as Emperor's Divide is going to be used just to get Zeus out of here. The ulti comes through from Viper. He does do a lot of damage, but T1, the Phalanx has been put together, and there goes Zeka once again.
In Hanwha are.
Yeah, they're doing the very best. Carrier has a gigantic health bar, but he just can't really do anything else to stop Hanwha Life Esports from getting on in here, making things happen. Guardian Angel done for Viper, so they're going to have to kill him twice in this fight if they are actually going to be able to hold on to this game. But you can see there are multiple siege minions still bearing down on the base, and now Doran goes in. He finds the Counter-Strike onto Zeus, and now Zeka gets in there! The explosion of damage is now they're in range of Viper, and that means that it's Hanwha Life Esports in range of winning the series with match point now available. The turnaround, when becomes Lightning does come in, as Zeka will have the inside track here on this particular battle. Blastcone comes on over, there's the flash forward, and Ona locks down first blood. Immediately it is answered, and somehow it's in fact Peanut that locks down the kill. Carrier is hit by a rain of arrows, and I was just checking to see if Summoner Spells is okay. Peanut's coming on over, there's the flash forward as Carrier does so much damage. Peanut's burning down! It's a 1-for-1 once again, but I don't think Peanut was expecting to die so instantly.
Didn't have flash from the previous play, that replay we just watched.
The siege minion, unfortunately, not going to be collected here by Viper as Ona walks over a ward. But still, T1, even though it's not going to be a successful gank with a kill or anything like that, should still be a lot of zoning being done. Plate will go down as now Zeka is going to try and mitigate it as the flick back onto Carrier, who doesn't have his flash. The hook gets in the way of the minions, though. And Zeka, he has to flash to get himself out of dodge. A dangerous situation as Faker is clearing out vision here as well. He is very dangerous with Spirit Rush available. There is an equalizer, and Zeka, he's down to 100 now underneath this turret. This is so dangerous as now Carrier looks to come in. He is definitely, never mind, the Fate's Call comes on down. Viper is burning, and Carrier is able to lock that one down. Zeka was free food there under the turret, and that's going to be lapped up by Faker. And finally, they get a kill advantage.
Yeah, T1 with a huge swing of gold here after this play. And, I mean, the key of all of this is the Weaver's Wall just stops a little bit too short. Is Owner?
Yeah, there's another hook. It's going to connect there. They don't have a lot of damage.
No, he should be fine. He's got...
That's 100% true. Is now Gumiushi going to help out with these Ren stacks, as Owner should be able to deal with this. Is now Peanut going to get dove on, has to flash, get out of the way of the Rumble as soon as that first harpoon lands, especially with the fact that he has
Weaver's Wall, or if he's able to get there a little bit faster, maybe they make something of it as Viper.
Yep, he's going to have to walk down the red carpet. There's a flash in, as once again they've got Fate's Call, and so he can freely do this. The hook is going to go wide as Ona is once again back, and the leap strike will lock down the kill. And now Delight is trying to grab one back. Will be able to do so as Carrier will help grab some plate gold. Weaver's Wall going to come in as well as Zeka. He came from the other direction. That's absolutely insane. As now Peanut diving on in. Wind becomes lightning. He's going to do a fair bit of work there, but Carrier still able to create the distance. to get himself out. This inhibitor turret and every auto from Viper is so scary. Still, Equalizer does come down. Chains of Corruption go wide. But still, how did T1 approach? There's rocks on the ground. There is so much poke available here as well. And there's a hook that's going to connect. The charm lands onto Viper. Zeus gets into the backline as well. And Viper is going to be taken out. Delight is extraordinarily low. They take down the Rumble. But T1, this is the best fight they've had so far. And Gumayushi is still untouched. Doran trying to get some work done, but he goes all the way to the sky. Oh my god. Never you mind. This Aatrox is too big. And he's just jumping all over the top of T1.
He missed a lot, but it doesn't matter. He's lethality Aatrox, and he won't miss the autos.
Zerilda's now done as well, as now Hanwha Esports getting to work on this Baron. My god, it goes down so quickly. The wall is put in the way of T1, and there's nothing they can do about it. Hanwha now with another Baron, ready to push down on an exposed Nexus, remember. Faker loses a third of his health bar just to one arrow. And doesn't find the charm, as Delight will find the hook onto the Rek'Sai. Not exactly an optimal target. And now Peanut, he's going in. Equalizer goes down. Crescent Guard, my god, this damage is disgusting! And Hanwha will just get rid of the bottom lane immediately. The knockup comes in, the prepared seismic shove. And yeah, that Void Rush not going to be enough to save the Rek'Sai this time. And Hanwha a 3-0 over T1 in round 2 of playoffs. T1 will now have to face off against Dplus Kia in the lower bracket.
A very, very decisive and one-sided series here from Hanwha.
Loves his enchanters. And right now, I think we're seeing that work out for DK quite well.
Yep, and we'll see whether today can work out for them also, as T1 take a bow. In the back of my mind, you know, I talk about my waters quite often as far as who I feel is probably going to take it on the day. I think my waters are edging towards T1, despite my prediction for DK previously in the week. Just feels like today there's something in the air. Let's jump into the Rift for game 1.
No word for Lucid. Looks like Lucid is also going to be pathing towards the top half.
That's going to be really important. We mentioned map control being a huge thing. Wow, Kellen going to get engaged on here. Doesn't have Shape Splitter, but there's the ulti. Does do a fair bit, but he's still going to go down. Teleports coming in everywhere as Faker moves on in. Showmaker also down here, Lucid in decent position, but I don't think they're going to be able to find any sort of advantage. T1 not going to push too far forward, and they equalize the kills.
And further build the gold lead.
Ooh, Chains of Corruption are going to connect here as Pop Blossom comes down. Gumayushi, that's a decent flash, but Lucid's still on top of him. The flash forward, the Hextech ultimatum comes down. Now Ona gets on in there. Lucid will be taken out. Carrier down to half, but look at Ona. He is an absolute monster in this fight. Only 50% of his health bar goes down, and Faker wants even more, aiming just by himself under the turret. The flash has to come out.
It's Triforce.
It's a fan, obviously. It's triangular fan.
Fans are very cool weapons. I'm a big fan personally.
Yeah, you're, well, a big fan. You could be a weapon. It's okay. The ulti does come on through from Ona, but he's not going to be able to get out of the way. Oh, the Hextech ultimatum is decent. The Pop Blossom comes down as well. The first kill does come through as the Lee Sin will be taken out. The Shockwave is gigantic! And the TF takes down the Varus in the backline as well. I think DK may have ran out of battle power, and they have. T1 on the back of Faker's Shockwave will move to the Baron.
That really is the one angle. There are a lot of squishies on T1. If you can get a heroic Diana play.
Well, Shockwave does come on through there as he does find a Moonfall onto 3, and into the backline goes Lucid, but he just pops like a balloon. They cannot do anything about it. Kingen now having to get out of there as the dissonance damage is just gigantic. Kellen down to about 1 health, and in goes Ona. He'll be able to take down the Nico here as Carrier diving forward. Hextech ultimatum going down. Zeus just uses him as a distraction as he tidies up absolutely everyone, and DK once again just lying on the floor.
That is going to be game number 1, Atlas. It was a tense fight, but one big mistake from DK around the Baron is all that T1 needed, and they're going to go up 1-0 in the series.
And Faker just coming in clutch in the end around that Baron. That is going to spell defeat for DK and a 1-0 lead for T1. Their first game victory here in the playoffs, and it's about time. We'll be able to jump on top of this Rift Scuttler. Takes that one down. Meanwhile, more fighting here towards the bottom side as Permafrost is going to be utilized. Ona now fighting Lucid, but this is a dangerous one. Zeus moves on down as Lucid needs to be so careful. Is Ona gonna go down? No, he's not! The Blue Moth getting aggressive, but there is Showmaker. He doesn't have flash though, remember, so he's likely to fall down. It's a fantastic cage. As Zeus, he gets knocked into the sky, and Showmaker's trying to walk it off. Faker flashing after him. Now Kingen chasing down the Emperor. Does manage to get the slow here, and he finds it. He has the red buff here as well as Faker trying to get out of the way. That Q just not finding the mark as Faker just shifts the sands over the wall.
Even Leandri's, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, still,
it's no problem.
It's still terrible, but it's just not as terrible. So there you go. Aiming up here as well, he's going to be able to grab this plate as now Carrier by himself is going to get hooked up as Lucid finding himself a stun as well. Aiming just wanting to maximize the amount of plates that he can pick up as teleport in from T1. Kellen knows that he's really dead, and that is going to be a kill going over to Goomer as well. And Faker, he wants even more. Good flash out there from Aiming. He's still going to have to vacate the area. There's a flash forward, the ulti. The Q didn't land. Therefore, Zeus will survive.
You're going to have to give it up, and they need to be careful because there is a lot of engage. Carrier has his ultimate available.
Yep.
It's just going to be Herald. But first Third Blood, probably going to be able to go over here. Faker, though, once he shows up.
Well, Lucid going to make this one a 50-50. Let's see what can happen. It is going to be the steal away as so much AoE damage coming down. The Dawning Shadow, massive value as Zeus has made his way into the fight. It's a 1-for-1 so far, but the Bane is starting to pop off. Lucid gets over the wall, and now Showmaker left for dead. No flash because he used it earlier, and it's a double kill. Zeus now finally set up for some success. Fight for that Drake, but another 4 minutes, and it's not even a soul. It is just soul point that they were fighting for, as Kellen now finds himself in amongst two. Showmaker and Lucid a little bit too far away. I don't know whether they're going to be able to save him, but he gets a big old shield. Showmaker flashes away, and T1 are just going to jump down on top of him. He can't click the blast cone. He's running. It's a disaster. Meanwhile, the fight on the top side is also T1 favored. Faker takes down the Cassante. Lucid, I'm not sure about this one. He's trying to get his way out.
Dead.
As Zeus is chasing after him. Vayne pretty good at chasing you down, as it turns out, as he tumbles forward, and is able to lock down that kill. And T1, they've got Baron in their eyes, and once again,
can they make a hero play? Showmaker does have Smite and TP.
Okay, let's see whether Showmaker can get something crazy
Aiming
done.
his ult. Oh, double
he
TP.
has done it before.
This.
Yeah, exactly.
They know.
They
see
get
it. They're like, no,
out.
no,
They're going to pick this one up. Okay, so it's going to have to be Showmaker's Smite that wins this one out. Carrier does have teleport. He can make his way back in. This is Baron not going down anytime soon.
TP Carrier behind them.
Looking for a little bit of an engage. As they're trying to block him off, they're going to see whether they can kill the Sejuani before this one is even a problem. But the all-out comes over the wall. It's absolutely fantastic. They take down Ona. But still, Faker's able to hunt down the Cassante. Showmaker once again trying to run from Zeus. He gets himself a big old shield, but he won't find the cage. And he's on 1 health. The flash forward from Goomer is going to be what gets it done. And there is another team fight victory for T1 here. Lucid just showing up as the rest of his teammates take a dirt nap.
Lucid, it's an all or nothing, but I like this from T1. Don't even go for the Baron. There's no need. Don't need to risk it.
But Lucid could solo it. Chronicler?
Oh, I don't know if they're going to be able to try and contest this. They're going to give it their all.
Yeah, teleport going to come on forward from the Cassante. They got what they wanted. Let's see whether T1 stick around for a fight. The beta cage not really doing too much here.
Keeping an aggro, but going to drop it after all.
Yeah.
Maybe an actual 5v5.
Piercing Darkness able to keep them very healthy in this fight as well as the Sand Soldiers go forward. That's another cage. Hook is going to come through. No one's stunned though. And there's the re-engage. Kellen's down so incredibly low. And there is the pick-off. Cassante trying to get some Cassante things done, but it does not work. It's another kill for the Vayne. I think that makes it 7 for Zeus on the top side of the map. TK, they still don't want to give this one up. As Lucid does get into the mist.
Fast.
Yeah, no, this is just absolutely
They can't
ridiculous.
cage him! Literally!
And the Baron is getting down lower and lower, aiming, just taking pot shots here from Zeus. He's just able to walk out of the way of the burst fire. The Baron just going to be destroyed. No way for DK to respond to it at all. And the empowered recalls will get them back home scot-free. Now that Red Bull Baron power play is going to start ticking up. Still, they do manage to get the flash and the ulti, but they'll sacrifice an inhibitor turret for it.
He didn't have the ult. If he gets the ult Faker, then he might be able to kill him. The Cage.
Yeah, Cage does go down. They push them into it, but Kingen can't really tank them up. Glacial Prison comes down. Carrier so incredibly tanky. Ona's going to be the first one to grab a kill in this fight. Another Cage is going to work out as Lucid diving on board. He's got the Vayne! And Lucid's now trying to tumble his way to victory, but he'll be taken out as well. And I think DK are just that little bit too far behind.
Support, but it's still... Kingen is also only 1 level up on Guma.
Yeah, he's...
okay, it's 2 levels now. It's fine.
Managed to make it to level 15. Woo! There you go. Ona taking a bit of damage there. Aiming is pretty farmed himself. He's level 16.
All right, we need to see some real Vagoring, some Cassante shenanigans, something to bring this game back. Otherwise, T1 about to bring in the match point with this Baron buff.
Well, Extendo Beam does no damage to these minions. You can see, okay, in goes Ona. Immediate cleanse from Showmaker. And yeah, that was just Ona going in. That's all that really gets them anything. And the inhibitors have just
not the triple inhib
as well. Kellen,
they know
wanting to find an angle, they spot him out. Mega Blast Cone is something that he can possibly use for a cheeky little angle, but it's not going to be before these inhibitors have all gone down. And Kellen's still just like trying to work out what he can do. The answer is nothing, as there's the explosion onto Aiming, the primary target, and he has to go back to the fountain. Kingen's also having to dash away. It's going to leave their whole base exposed as this. He'll be taken out. But even with 4 members, look at all of these minions. They are just gigantic. Kellen's made it to the backline though. And Aiming's got his health back at the Nexus. It's so incredibly low, and there it goes. T1, match point. And holding on to their playoff dream. Yeah,
give us another game.
We just want at least one more.
I want 2.
Play just a little bit better. Let's jump into the Rift for game number 3.
For Ari in particular, and for Kalista, you're really looking for these early resets. This type of composition really kind of plays itself in that role.
Does have the exhaust back up and available now.
Lucid is going to spot Owner here.
Yeah.
They know though.
Yeah, Faker in position as well. Okay, Showmaker gonna spot Faker. Emperor's Divide's gonna push him under the turret. Spirit Rush has to be employed. And now, Ona trying to get some work done here onto Lucid, but it is just a fight for the campers. There's the flash in! Okay, Gumayushi gonna get all of those sticks thrown into him. And the Ren does come down. The Ignite's still taking the bailout. They didn't wait quite long enough, but Aiming, he might be able to get it, and there it is. Now Carrier running for the hills, but he will make it to the safety of his turret. A 1-for-1 here in the bottom lane.
And Aiming walking out. Oh, God.
Well, Kellen crashing down towards Zeus, does get the flash, and then gives them the good old thumbs up. He shouldn't be able to dive too easily, especially with Lucid here as well.
They don't know that yet.
Yeah, Shattering Strike to connect onto Gumayushi here, who's a bit disconnected. Crash down to come through as well. He's now aiming very slowly, trying to dance around this fight. In goes Kellen with the Fate's Call, as the pushback with the Heroic Charge is gorgeous. And now Showmaker getting amongst it. The Spirit Rush working out as Gumayushi desperately trying to hunt down Kellen. He'll find it, but he will die immediately. And trading support for AD carry generally not exactly something you'd say is worth.
Will be a favorable trade. Not too much given up in the end is Kellen.
He's back again. He wants to be anywhere but bot lane, I guess. Emperor's Divide is going to come on down. There's the Magnus. Thomas Faker will flash to get himself out of the way. Q lands. Too close to the turret though, and Carrier not going to be going down or engaged.
Was he rich and he hired the jungler?
Oh, I mean, that's the thing.
We don't know. I don't have these answers, unfortunately, but it is not enough just yet. This mid lane turret needs to fall.
Arrow going to connect here onto Showmaker, who does make it out. Emperor's Divide's going to connect as well. Showmaker will be taken down. Aiming gets off the Fate's Call, so they're not going to lose too much more, but that is a very key pick.
Although, as I say that, they immediately peel off because of the ult.
Yep. A lot of vision available here with the Destiny, and now Kingen gonna have to flash to get himself out of the way of this. And Equalizer, it goes down, but they are just gonna chain CC him to death. Showmaker tried to get over there, but it's not gonna work out, and now the Blast Cone gets T1 completely formed back up again. That charm, absolutely amazing, but there is the Dragon going over. It's Faker that secures it. Exhaust onto Showmaker, he's still very dangerous, but he doesn't find the charm. And the roll will go down. Lucid is super dead. He will be taken out here by Faker and T1. So 1,500 on the clock as far as that Red Bull Baron power play is concerned. Showmaker was looking for some exit kills. I just think it's going to be so difficult as he doesn't quite find the, anything at all really. And he's just going to be taken down.
They're still going.
Yeah, Kellen going in now. He'll be hit by an arrow. There's an Equalizer. That's going to do a fair bit of work. The Fate's Call comes down. They at least get the Twisted Fate. Kellen gonna have to try and canter his way out. It's a 1-for-1 in the end.
They might still look for a Hail Mary fight.
Might still stand a chance. The arrow is going to go wide. Equalizer goes down. I mean, it's a lot of AoE damage, but there are not a lot of members of DK in this area. They'll do a fair bit of work. Showmaker now trying to get in there. Lucid off to the side. He'll connect to Q. But with a Poppy in the area, you just cannot go in with a resonating strike. Safeguard to try and get Lucid out of there. And Showmaker, he's down to about 400. He needs to go back to base.
And this has been the story of today.
Certainly good news. Does mean that DK can get the push down, but T1, they are definitely taking this inhibitor. Or at least taking the turret.
Oh, the big collapse.
Yeah, Kellen walks over a ward, but you can see the Ari moving her way in as well.
Doesn't have his ult.
Yeah, Kingen throwing down a very early equalizer here. And Gumayushi standing in that brush. They're just trying to keep them interested. Of course, Zeus, he cannot get down here. Doesn't even have the ult if he's going to walk into that area. You're going to connect there onto Ona. Steadfast presence at the ready. As T1, they're just looking to try and find an exit, trying to find a way out. DK trying to find a way in. There is the engage. Magnustorm pulls Ona back in. Fate's Call going to be utilized here is now Showmaker. He's fishing, trying to find an opportunity. Empress Divide, it connects only onto Aiming, who will now just try and kill the rest of his team because there was a fantastic hostile takeover. And now Lucid gets into the backline. Kerry is the last man standing, and it's Kingen finally making this Rumble work in a team fight. No, he is doing damage. And okay, into the backline goes Lucid. And then out of the backline goes Lucid, and he's now hit by an arrow. Fate's Call, as DK know that they need to start this fight. Faker, he finds the Rumble with the Empress Divide, but Showmaker's also going to be able to take down the Twisted Fate. Look at these health bars, they're so low on DK's side. It's only Showmaker that still has any fight left in him. Still, it is a 1-for-1 trade of top laners, and T1 are still going to start off this Baron.
Of course. And Lucid, I don't know, he flashed in.
Look at all of the wards also littered towards the top side of the map. This is the only place that they really can look for picks as, okay, Zeus. Walk in. There it is, the engage, and Zeus is just going to be taken down. So T1, once again, have to deal with without their Twisted Fate. I still think that it's multiple turrets going to be traded for the TF.
It's going to be mid-inip at least, but they're going to look for the exact same play.
Yeah, no, it is. It's
Look at the long flank!
Oh, God. Well, Kingen, he can throw down the equalizer. It's going to do a little bit of work, but...
Does it?
Yeah, logistics program's going to be absolutely fine there, shielding up the teammates.
They're a member up, though.
Yeah.
Fight so badly.
Still an opportunity here as the handshake does come through. Sundisk now going to be put up as well. As DK, I don't know whether they even have them where they want them. As Charm will connect onto Ona. He takes a fair bit of damage. Lucid, he's going to be the one. He is able to get over walls a whole lot easier. And yeah, Zeus should just be able to take 2 inhibs if they're not going to get the work done. And now DK, they were thinking about trying to collapse on top of him once again, but this Drake has been started up.
And it's probably going to go down to the wave.
Yeah,
DK
going to come on through, and now the Destiny has dissipated. Zeus now looking for that flank himself. Kellen taken 50% down as Faker. He's going to get himself out of there. It should be the Drake, a possibility. The secure for Ona, and they deny the soul. And now, can they actually win the fight as well as everyone's in the Thunderdome? Lucid is going to try and kick away the Azir, the equalizer, just not doing quite as much as it wants to do, and he's stuck inside the pit with nowhere to go. And DK, they're now going to get flanked by Faker. He finds 2 with the Empress Divide, and that is going to be that. That will be the 3-0 as welcome back T1. They will go to the lower bracket final in Jumpshill next weekend.
DK, they had an incredible series against Gen G, but it seems like tonight that magic remains only in place when they face that team. T1, dispatch of them in a 3-0 sweep.
And for the last stage before the finals, you have a rematch against Hanwha Esports. What are your predictions? Like last night, before I went to sleep, you know, for some reason I had a weird feeling that I will win and get the title. So I want to make sure that we get our revenge and really just take it home. And I want to promise the fans that it will be a good match in the next match and the rest of the playoffs.
He has been, I feel like, so attached to Guma's success as well. I feel like Viper can get a lot done on his own, and Delight will often roam and have a lot of success even in the top lane. But it is Guma and Kerry who are linked together in that bottom dominance as Genji waits on to find out who's going to be joining them tomorrow. The stakes could not be higher. Not only tomorrow's grand finals, but an MSI spot on the line as well. And this moment here, captain's coming out for the fist bump. So much history between these two players.
Peanut and Faker, of course, they were teammates, but first off, they were against one another on this stage. T1 gonna have to come out swinging here in game number 1. Let's get under the rift for the first one. As we do see Viper moving towards the top side of the map, and this is not unheard of either, to just randomly play your Varus in a different lane.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting though, because we have seen this strategy. We've seen it in the LEC. Oh, Zeus.
Oh, there's a crash down on top of Zeus as well. He's lit on fire. Delight making his way in. Viper trying to get that last couple of autos.
And often you can kind of have...
Oh, there's the flash forward with the crash down from Delight. Gold card has come on through there as Carrier going to make his way over as well. But now 0 summoner spells and no way to get to this lane. Zeus, you saw, just missed out on a full cannon. The whole experience gone. This wave is also going to be gone as well.
Yeah, he's still got no CS. And the thing is, with Twisted Fate, you want to farm and get the extra gold, really putting him in an uncomfortable spot right now.
Oh, Carrier making his way in as well. Speaking of uncomfortable spots, that's where Zeka is as well. And there's first blood as Ona comes on over and is going to be able to take that one down. So T1 on the board despite the disasters of the top lane.
You know, just camped up here on the top side. No one's bailing him out. Carrier's still level 1 as well. This game may end soon if they don't change things up.
Yeah, you know, Carrier has 1 CS and Zeus is behind that. He's just walked up. There's still no farm for him to take. He's just not even touched a minion at this point. Okay, 1 farm from the ward. He got the ward. So,
for a player who has teleport, just feels so bad as Zeus now hits level 3 here at 5 minutes. Doran's blade here. And look at what Doran can do.
Yeah, he's just going to go all out. And Zeus, yeah, he does have the ghost, but Doran's not really finding too many of these Qs, and therefore Zeus is going to be able to run it out. But trading ghosts here, and also ult does come on through as there's Carrier getting stunned up once again. Of course, no access to the quickness here. He's still level 3.
Isn't significant enough really for a payoff.
Well, there's an interruption from Delight. Does push Faker over the wall. He has to flash, get himself out of there. But Hanwha Esports are going to have a very explosive mid-game as Peanut steals away the red buff here as well.
Knowing Faker has no flash.
Yeah. Dash does come forward. Zeka does carry a stun back with him as he does rebind the soul, but Yone kind of okay with how things go in this matchup. There is a Q connecting here from Doran, who doesn't have the all-out. Ona turns up once again, but I think this is mainly just to stop Doran from doing too much more. Dashes on forward. Yeah, Doran just trying to push him away from experience, and that is going to be successful.
The thing is, he has no idea that could be... Oh, they're looking potentially for a dive.
Delight is a pretty good bodyguard, but it's 4 versus 2 here towards bottom side of the map. There it is! The sling does come back, but Viper will survive! And the turret is so angry, Zeka is going to move in, he finds the ulti onto Faker, who does survive the engagement. Zeka still just trying to protect his bottom lane. It's working out so far as he unbinds the soul, finds the double knockup. Seismic shot goes wide, and T1 will not find a kill down here.
Beautiful defense from... Oh, they get the kill on a Faker! Beautiful defense from Hanwha Esports. T1 give up on trying to babysit Zeus. So like, we have to make something happen. Bot lane, not only do they not get the kill themselves, but they lose their mid laner as well. It's a disaster for T1.
Counter it is by, okay, I'll hold that thought as cease and desist does come in. Seismic shove as well, the full combo, but from over the wall, there's Viper. Delight survived for way too long, but now Carrier has dove on top of Viper. He's trying to avoid the burst fires, as now the wall is going to come in, and T1, they single out the AD carry, and are we certifying it? Wolf
opted not to teleport without a lot of vision.
Oh, there's a flash out. Zeus not risking it. I had a feeling that maybe he was going to be able to walk his way out. And so very even here in this mid-game, I think, like you guys were talking about, the fact that Gumushi is so strong, it's a clear win condition for T1. Hanwha Esports, though, they just want to get into these team fights. They want to be able to try to lock down this area. Of course, Magnustorm's pretty good, but so is this. The cease and desist comes in, and Faker and Ona just showing Zeka that this combination of Talia and the Vi is not to be trifled with. Yeah, started this one up, Carrier on a flank angle. We know that the wall can always come in, and there it is for Faker. He is not going to ride it through. He's just going to try and disrupt as there is the Destiny Delight off on this side, but there is the engage from Carrier. The seismic shove, and Viper is going to be wiped out. Sorry, Zeka has already already gone down. The Drake is going to be secured, but that is sold for maybe just a team fight loss. As Faker will take down Doran, all of that money.
Yeah, and you know, Peanut is still up and available, does have Flash, does have Smite. TP is available for Zeka and Doran, but the Baron is going down so fast.
It is. Peanut should be able to make it into the pit, but this is going to be a difficult 50-50 to win. He flashes forward and they just turn on him immediately. Taken down before the Baron's in range. That's going to be the secure. And T1 just level-headed the whole time. They'll take themselves their purple worm and now they'll look to take down the turrets. T1 with the Baron. They should be able to get even more of these items. Seismic Shove going to be picked up once again. As Faker finds yet another one. That's a good Glacial Prism though onto Zeus. He's going to have to get out of there. The Unbound Soul gets Zeka back to safety as well, but now the re-engage. Delight looks for it, but he's just dead before he can do anything. And so T1 with 5-man strong, still with that Baron for another minute, and they've already gotten rid of the horse. Yeah, just waiting the last couple of seconds here. I believe the Infinity Edge will be coming in though. And that is, Boris, where is it at, man?
Come on, hurry it up.
Oh my goodness, he's in the back room.
Guys, we've got a game going, please.
There it is. Waiting. Oh, okay, it's going to be the quick blades that do come in. And of course, that is what's often seen alongside the Hurricane.
It's locked in, you know, that's what you assume it's going to be. And now...
Oh no, possibly with a bit of a face check here. Will be taken out 2 seconds before the Elder.
And this is one of the issues, you know, they waited for the IE.
Hold the angle here. Now he's going to have to wrap around. No 50-50 with no smite.
Exactly, let's see what T1 can do. They're going to have to try and fight this to avoid losing the Elder. There's a Seismic Shove, and they are going to even out the numbers. It's no Doran. Okay, survives for a very long time, but then does go down. There's the Elder now as they have the executed. Zeka finds him, and a 3-max shove from Faker is massive. And it's a double for Faker. They'll take a double as well for Gumayushi, and it's now only Viper left with this Dragon buff. And I don't think they care. Faker's just going to throw some rocks at him, and that's the ace.
And even Elder isn't enough. T1, it's already gone. There's a lot of these champions for T1 can escape over the wall, as you can see.
This will be his 7th.
Oh, okay. Ono looking for that opportunity. Gets into the back line. They dive on top of Viper. He's able to get himself out. Now 1v1ing, and he finds it against Zeus, the ulti. And Viper's still alive. He finds the double kill. Ono's going to be the next to go down. Into the GA as now Doran is just playing bodyguard. And T1, they couldn't do it. They killed him so many times. Owner again. That time they weren't able to get there.
Owner again is picked here before the Elder, and it's a really nice fight here for Hanwha Life, but they get a second miracle. They get a second lease on life here.
How many do they need?
I mean, we already wrote the obituary. We were memeing about Carrier and stuff. We were talking about Gumasari.
I mean,
I was ready for game 2.
Splitting. We are getting back to even territory as the Weaver's Wall is going to be just elected into. Faker not going to be able to convince them not to break open the base. As like you say, it could be a trade of inhibitor turrets, but Hanwha Life Esports, it doesn't look like they're stopping as this Elder is still ticking down. Another 5 seconds on that one. They find the engagement and they blow off Faker. Into the back line goes Curry. He tries to find that quickness, but he's permanently frosted and taken down. The deletion on 2 members, is that enough for the end of the game? I don't think so. As Hanwha Life Esports, they don't think so either.
Yeah, so many cooldowns burned there. They have to respect the Zeri. Guma's still such a threat with Flash available, with GA available. They will actually look to reset the back of this. Doran's going to TP in. They want to look for the end.
They want to end. They want to end. They don't want to deal with that Weaver's Wall anymore, or rather the flip.
Oh, no, they find the engagement. Able to get out of there though is Zeus. He did have that flash available as there's the teleport back in. Owner is going to be CC'd as well as he's going in, but he's by himself. T1 are just running in one after the other. The Destiny is going to be popped, but I think their Destiny is one dead Nexus and 0-1 in the series. Hanwha Life Esports were down 11,000 gold, and they will kill the Nexus here in game 1.
You know what? I think I'll take 5 of these, please.
Yes, please.
They take it in the end.
See how it goes as we jump onto the rift for game number 2. He's been the only one to do so, but of course we know that he has an eclectic champion pool and one that kind of spans all of the champions in the game. And some biffo here towards the top side. Ignore the fact that they're taking damage, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to go away.
As yes, it is something that they're just happy to do for the entirety of the game. Doran, you can see, eating up that Fury. We'll get another knock up here.
I'm not gonna lie,
standing on the blobs.
It's gonna feel nearly impossible to judge who's like winning the trades.
It's 15-1 on it now, and 5-1 versus the Varus. Doran.
Yeah, another knock up does come on through here as okay, elastic slingshot, the flash out from Doran. And underground once again, Zeus electing not to flash teleport back from Carrier. And now Ona might have an opportunity.
They don't know.
No vision.
Yeah, there's the flash forward from Carrier. Viper able to try and get off to the side. Good crash down to try and get him out of there, but there's the permafrost, and Viper will be taken down. Kumayushi gets the first blood. Yeah, does manage to get the shield as the crash down does come on in. And Zeus, he's getting very, very small. Still able to get a decent knock-up, but he's going to explode him. And now the Bloblet's coming on forward. Doran, can you take them down in time is the question. Only gets a couple, and now Zeus makes his way back in, but will not have that passive available for the next time.
And kind of guarantee the sort of healing reduction, but the thing with it is you kind of just wait out the healing reduction before you are underground.
Oh, this is a little bit dangerous. This Faker is going to get engaged on. Immediately flashes away the Glacial Prison. Going to go wide. There is the lockdown on the Dragon for T1. But Delight gets them on in there. They take down Faker. Empress Divide is massive. And it's 2 kills to start off the fight. Carrier is not long for the world either. And Hanwha Esports, they lose a Drake, but they'll take 3. Heidi's up this wave. Might be face checking though, as there's the Vault Breaker in. The ulti comes down. Empress Divide is avoided though, as Faker able to get that Valkyrie off before the Azir swoops in.
Close call there. A very close call. That pick can't contest top side.
Oh yeah, Doran in possibly a bit of trouble here, as there's the Void Rush to come out. Dawning Shadow to keep them alive, but he tunnels his way and he survives. And Doran able to lap up these minions as well. They'll get their turn on this Drake.
Hanwha should just slow play this. They have a Varus who's rotating over. They don't have to hard engage unless it's onto the packageless Faker. He's got it on this angle now.
Yeah, this is so dangerous. They do manage to take down the second Dragon, but they look for the engage. There's the package to live it over the top, and it's Ona that goes down first. Zeka will find Faker special delivery, and it's Hanwha that managed to get it on over, and it's a Hextech Drake on top of everything. T1 pretty happy that they're at least able to get the Drake.
And he just already looks so tanky at this point.
Yeah, no, this is kind of ridiculous. Is Kumayushi going to come on over? Piercing Darkness not going to work out. As now, let's see whether Zeus is going to survive. He flashes forward, gets the head bonk. The Empress Divide is going to throw him against the wall as they focus the turret. The Vault Breaker is going to get the shield for Peanut. And Zeka, he survives with his shifting sands. Sets up his own turret as well as they take down the Zac. Doran, he survived. His turret had already basically fallen down earlier, and the Rift Herald is going to charge into that inner turret as well. Doran actually having the gusto.
Oh, TP coming in.
Yeah, TP from Zeka here moves towards his top side. Is now Faker having to deal with it. Conquering Sand's going to come through, and of course there's Peanut. Turns up, that is going to be just the last Sand Soldier auto, and Zeka just collects it.
I mean, with Halo Blades here, the early Nashers, 3 kills to his name now.
Already secured Hanwha's first of the game, but there is the Elastic Slingshot. They dive on in, the package down as well, and they take down Zeka, the priority target. Doran looks for the backline and will be able to trade the mid laners, and there is a great Magnus Storm as well. Viper, the next one that can try and carry this fight as Ona is starting to pop off, but the piercing arrow going to take him down. Zeus now just trying to peel as best he can. Peanut, how are you still alive? Almost managing to escape as Viper has to flash away. Doran, of course, can just survive for basically forever. He'll make his way out as Viper was kind of baited into this one and will be falling down. Dodges a few abilities, and T1 win a team fight.
It's just tank diff. It's just tank diff. Both of these tanks, all 3 of these tanks rather, running rampant in these fights. The initial kill.
But Faker, he's just so behind in terms of his itemization. He does not match the poke of Zeka, ironically enough.
No. Crash down. Carrier gonna get knocked up and destroyed. Zeus diving on in there. Doesn't find the stretch Armstrong. The kill back does come on in though. And now Ona, he knows how to play the rel. Empress Divine does nothing. The Heartbreaker dives over it. And Faker will now get into that backline. And Ona pretty good at the Azir as well. Very nicely done. He'll now just transform into everyone. And the snowball of the team fight is beautiful. T1, they love going to Baron. They're going to do so now. And Kuma is not going to be killed that easily. They do manage to get the flash. That is definitely important. But now the re-engage comes through. Doran, he manages to grab it out of thin air.
And T1 actually potentially looking towards it themselves. Your expectation was they would go for the Dragon on this package. But they're starting the Purple Worm. Hanwha Esports all kind of retreated. Now they have to move in and respond.
All right, teleport in.
Yeah, Peanut has flash. Looks like they wanted this group.
Over the wall as Delight. He has an opportunity as well. Peanut gets into the back of the pit. This is dangerous. Has to flash away immediately. Now Doran, he's able to take the front door, and T1 are going to peel away. Faker still with that package up. They want to get that turn, and they're going to need to do it. sometime soon. Now the package is going to be used just to try and route Doran here, but it isn't exactly the most. He actually just decides to go back on top of the package. I don't know about that one. That is going to be Ona getting his first kill of the fight. Takes down the big tank of this one, and both flashes from the carries.
Peanut doesn't have flash, they don't have vision.
All right, Peanut and Delight still here. There's the CC onto the buy. He is very tanky, but the Relic is going to go down. Faker's just executed, but I just don't think it's enough to win them this fight. Viper cannot turn up in time. Another teleport going to come on in as Zeka. He could be the hero, but full information is there for T1. And they will be able to take down this Baron. Zeka unable to get in there, and he may not be able to keep himself alive. He is. Not enough cooldowns here for T1.
I'm trying to attack carrier, but you're going to take so long to kill him.
Yeah, this is taking forever, and there is no damage here in this fight. Remember, this is a lot of tanks. Of course, there is Peanut there. They will be able to get through the Sejuani, but they have to invest everything to take him down, and they'll lose an inhibitor for it. They may even lose the base, as the backs have now been started for Hanwha Esports. Dawning Shadow just to stop them, and they'll take the first Nexus turret. There is so much damage under these turrets as well with the Corki in the center. I don't think that was worth it, Hanwha.
Absolutely not. Threatening that bottom inhibitor, taking it down is Peanut now in trouble.
Yeah, Perry just going to interrupt him here as Peanut tries to take the Hex Gate, but it is not going to work out. He gets himself a big old shield and is just going to be taken out. There is now Ona turning into the Vine, looking to try and get a little bit of a re-engage. I think Peanut trying to buy some time makes a bit of sense, but feels like a little bit like he was throwing away his life there.
Yeah, I mean, he could have maybe tried to set up for a sandwich, but there's just no control. He's identified early. Oh, God.
Oh, Delight taking so much damage here is now T1 pushing down this mid inhibitor turret. That is going to evaporate. And this feels a whole lot cleaner. There is the engage. The elastic swing shot, fantastic by Zayas to make sure they're all CC'd. The Emperor's Divide tries to get something done, but it's from the grave for Zeka. And once again, just engaging with reckless abandon is Zach. Gorgeous this game. And T1, they will answer back and make this best of 5 a best of 3 and win one against Hanwha for the first time this playoffs. Should be able to get stuff done. Resets versus resets. I think very even when it comes to the draft. Top of the Rift for game 3.
They ended up giving them the critical edge to win that one. As we
north of this lane right now.
They just want Zayas to commit to a trade. Burn some mobility aggressively.
Oh, there's the hook, and Delight throws out the lantern there as well. I don't think they'll require it as Zayas looks to try and charge up that dash. Just amazing. The ulti's going to go wide as well. The all-out to bring Zayas out of there, and he didn't even need Ona's help.
the massive outplay there from Zayas avoids everything. Yes, thank you for all your resources top side. I get out, I press goes, easy peasy. Now he's putting the pressure on himself.
So let's see what Delight can actually get done here. Chain not quite going to connect, but there is the ram. It's going to get called, gets a knock-up only on to Delight right now, but as Ona goes down so incredibly low, Super Mega Death Rocket coming in, Dawning Shadow to try and keep them alive, and Doran is just dashing around with reckless abandon. The Drake goes to Hanwha, and they manage to pick up Zayas. Emperor's Divide used just to get them the heck out of there. As Ox, what are you doing, mate? And we'll be just fine. You're not going to stop him one more time, as this is getting a little bit rough now. Zeka moving on over. There's the ulti. It does come on through. They dive on in. Emperor's Divide going to be avoided here by the Yone. But in comes Gumiyushi. Over the wall goes Peanut, but he's once again met with another T1 member, and they are routed where they stand.
I mean, this is a huge overcommitment there, and there's a reason why Owner is going to back in that location and not feel too afraid.
For the Yone, Zayas off on an angle, has a Mega Blast Cone to get himself into that front line exactly where he wants to be. Death Sentence goes wide, and now Doran into the mist has been a bit immune, but Gumiyushi, he's not. The Yone dives on top of him. Super Mega Death Rocket, it is yet another fight. Started off with a Jinx getting excited as Ona not able to get his own reset. Great hook, but it's onto Zayas. That's not a priority target. That movement speed for Viper is now wearing off. Oh, that Q. But it's a great catch from Delight. And Peanut's going to lock down that kill. Now Gumiyushi running for the hills. Great cleanse. But it's not going to dodge a rocket. That is going to go into the back of his head. And T1 once again going to lose out on the fight. Good flash from Faker. But these death sentences are just magnetic. I think both of them feeling like they need to make like that play to get to that next level. That unexpected play that could possibly just create that edge. That might be throwing Shelly down here towards this top side as Zayas deals with the minion wave really nicely. The ulti is buffered and it's thrown out by Zayas as well, so he's not going to die. and not going to be able to catch the Yone.
Of dealing with the pressure there. You do see them moving over to capitalize, so now with this pressure on the top of the jungle.
Yeah, Gumayusi actually sticking around for a little bit longer than he needs to as the Permafrost and Super Mega Death Rocket to give the kill to Viper.
A wild attempt, but it's going down fast.
Yep. The control ward in the back of the pit is going to be taken down, but it does give Hanwha Esports full information. Hook now going to come on through. Flame Chompers go down. They do manage to secure the Baron, but can they find the fight as they split the Red Sea? As in goes the Yone, finds absolutely no one. Double knock up from Carrier is fantastic, and they're on top of Viper in an instant. Double kill for Faker, and this is on top of the Baron they've already taken. Hanwha Esports just caught napping.
And this is how you know, I mean, Faker ends up picking up the kills here, but you know this is a Faker call. This is his experience. They know they're tracking the teleport on Doran. Not really able to engage or flank with no vision, no teleport wards for Zeka.
Yeah, they do have the teleport, so there's at least that. He can teleport onto the ward or something like that. They get a nice knock up onto Doran, but he's just barely inside the mist. They do get the Glacial Prisoner's Carrier. May have stepped too far forward. That is a lot of CC, but he just baited them in, and then the ram comes down. Viper trying to dodge, but he's going to get thrown back into the waiting arms of T1. It's more kills for the god of the mid lane, and T1, they're looking to take more. It's just the press W and I'm fine composition here from T1.
There's so much disengage here for T1 as Zeka ults in to try to follow up on the Viego. He just is going to get instantly popped. The fact that Faker can sit back here with Emperor's Divide and Flash is so horrifying.
Another hook this time, it's onto Faker. He finds the playback as well, but the sands can be shifted. And Faker is going to be all right. I'm really excited because Delight's landing so many of these great hooks.
I feel like the only person they would want to go on is Guma, but Guma has cleanse. So even if he does hit a hook on Guma, it gets cleansed. They're probably not going to go in on it. So
the parry is positioning so good here. And, you know, Owner's not really in danger at all. Look at the lack of vision here. Trying to identify where the best target is. Peanut does have flash.
So one smite, so don't have to threat the double smite. I think it still needs a while before you can rotate it through again.
Yep, they do have information that this is going down. Mega Scryer is going to come on in there. Carrier doesn't have the smite available as Control Ward will go down. Ornhorn sounds here as they look for the turn. Knockup is going to land, but it's onto Zeka. It's not Viper this time, but they have now split up Hanwha Esports. Haven't quite been able to find the engagers. Doran, not exactly an optimal target, as he does get into his mist.
Viper actually backed, so
he did. I wonder what he was actually going back for as the Super Mega Death Rocket comes on in. It just sails over the top of the Baron. Does have teleport, can join this fight at a moment's notice as T1, they have got this Baron down extraordinarily low. I think it's actually going to be taken this time. Never mind. They are going to turn the big teleport as Emperor's Divide going to be flashed out of the ulti, avoided once again as Zeka also gets himself out of trouble. Doran going golden, but he is so incredibly low and will be taken out. The hook comes in and there is another ram to come down. Peanut flashing away, and this time the Searing Charge is not going to do it, but Delight is not going to be so lucky. The double knockup is gigantic from Zeka, who once again drifts away from the fight. But Hanwha Esports have lost too much, and T1 have lost no one.
And it's not a trade. We've seen so many of the trades go Hanwha Life's way. It's 1-for-1. Viper lives.
Oh, Peanut possibly engaged on here as Jonah Strong is giving us the full swoop. That is massive. The snare is Zeka going to be taken out at the same time as the Baron. Gumayusi with the fancy moves, and T1 are going to march up the mid lane.
And now without the Yone, who has been that threat on the back line, every time we've seen Guma in trouble, it's usually been Zeka, the one providing the threat. Hanwha Esports in a much worse position to try and fight this off. I think they just have to give up the mid inhib, but their top inhib is open, so this could just be double inhib for T1 before Zeka's even back up.
Whoa, Doran not immune. I can confirm, taking a lot of damage here from Faker with that Leandri's Anguish. And T1 going to take their first Nexus turret. That was dead in a blink of an eye.
One cannon minion here.
Position, yeah.
Still allowing them to continue to put the pressure on. They can take out this inhibitor here in top side. 2 inhibs down, waiting for that next wave. Hanwha Life, 7 seconds for Zeka, but how much of an impact will his ult really make? It hasn't been his day here. It hasn't been his game.
Yep, there's the ram once again. It is the ulti from Peanut, but not able to interrupt the call of the Forge God. Now Doran doing a lot of work with his scissors as Peanut able to get back, but that's not a reset for Viper. Just barely not able to get it done, and the Yone falls down. It's Owner that locks that one up, and now it's his turn to pop up in the fight. Faker finds a triple just immediately, and T1 move to match point. Assistant damage as well, some tank shred, things like that. Certainly good news. Let's dive into the rift for game number 4.
Very, very loud crowd.
Well, that is a Christmas tree in the river.
And if someone's moving around very, very fast,
Divide allows Viper to catch up on the Zeri. Kind of like how Guma was able to pop back after Zeus was put down in lane swap in game 1. They didn't ultimately end up winning the game, but it was able to get a ton done on the Zeri.
Oh, they have spotted that Gumyushi is possibly alone. There's the paranoia as Peanut dives in. He flashes on top of the CC. He's going to be there. The Crescent Guard too good from Ona. He's just going to get them out of there. Zeka will turn up. They do manage to take down the Varus, but the Zeri, nothing she can do, and T1 will win the scum.
And what did Ox just say? You know, the first gank, the first attempt completely backfires. And as soon as I saw the paranoia come out and then things go dark, I had question marks over my head. Is this even work out? You don't have prior, you don't have control. And Delight will get taken out here as well. No exit.
He's up. I got a little bit confused. I looked over at you, Wolf, and then I'm like, wow, he's flashing under a turret. That was his turret.
Yeah.
you could tell.
So Delight really did. You are a Hanwha Life fan, but he's going to have to put the team on his back, and it hasn't been his day. And he is a player that has required a day. Now, that was a decent sidestep there from Gumyushi, but there is no way he's surviving this one. Peanut able to lock one down. And so there is the first one for the Nocturne.
We're going to have some cool reads, but it just has not been the case. Like this Nocturne pick, from a big hole in draft as Carrier going in.
Yeah, the hook does come on down there as they do get a stun. Carrier just all by himself, and he's really dead, guys. We'll see whether Hanwha Life Esports can turn this into any extra of a kill. They give the kill over to Zeka there.
You know, I really question whenever this happens, but it's been a bit of a consistent theme, especially since the champion has only shown up recently. Hanwha, you can just give this up and go for the dragon instead.
Yeah, Weave as well coming on through as Faker going to join the rest of his team. Doran just watching, well actually not, tunneling around, burrowing.
Guys, just go dragon.
Oh, here's another possibility as the Magnet Storm comes on down. Chains of Corruption are not going to be enough to stop this one as Viper gets his first. Carrier is now in the back of the pit with absolutely nowhere to go. It's a double as the burst fire rains down. And I don't know, Wolf, like, do you have the pen out?
For the Azir, the Runans for the Zeri, so a minute and a half until that dragon. It's a big, and I think all summon's going to be backed up.
Oh dear, Empress Divide just going to throw Carrier back. That is going to be one pick, but the Baron just spawned 30 seconds ago. Possible opportunity here as they have so much vision denial as well with things like the paranoia, the information from the burrowing Rek'Sai. Oh, Doran could be in so much trouble. There are 4 people coming on over. That flash hook just amazing from Carrier, the seismic shove to push him back in. And if they just keep him CC'd, he is going to die. That is going to do it. The Rek'Sai goes down in game 3. Yeah, this is dangerous because Peanut's still here and he has access to a light switch.
Zeka has flash ult as well. This is really risky.
Yeah, paranoia does come down. There's a flash Magnet Storm, but it's only on to 2. Delight not quite finding the same amount of value, and he is going to be taken down. It's now Viper versus Zeus. Zeus actually trying to tumble around this fight, but he's crashed into that condemn. Amazing onto Zeka as the Baron is going to go down. It's going to be Ona that takes it. Not able to find it is Peanut, and he's even taken down by Faker. Zeka gets rid of Carrier in the end, but they only lose 1. As information trying to be picked up here. Ona might be their target as Paranoia comes on in. Ona able to talk to the rest of his team. Crescent Guard does come out. He's taking a lot of damage, soaking a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough, and the kill goes over to Viper. There is the pick on to the jungler, but
T1 didn't have much time to use it anymore regardless. Dragon, Ona's going to be up from that. Oh,
Faker. Oh no, there's the face check. The crash down comes on in, and Peanut, he will be able to get the fear off. Yeah, he does manage to get the rocks down, but that is going to be the last auto, and that one might actually be impactful.
Really fast.
Yeah, really fast, and also it's 3 Mountain Dragons if they get this.
Ona is likely to be able to get in there, though. That is going to be the secure from Peanut, and there's the Black Magnet Storm. Delight getting in there. Viper is ulted as well, but the first kill is going to go over to T1. Delight now in trouble, and he is going to be taken out. And now Zeus, he is an 80 carry as well, and he is looking gigantic in this one. That is going to be him hunting down Viper. He is going to be able to help take down Peanut as well. The hook from Carrier is just too good. And T1 are going to strike again.
And cut your losses, take the dragon and get out of there. Doran's going in on this fight. And yes, you got 3 Mountain Dragons worth of resistances of tanking this, but you're not going to live that long.
Esports looking to try and start this Baron off as Carrier finds himself a hook. There's the blast cone.
Tons
Trying
of
to
damage.
interrupt the action.
Yeah, this is going to be fast here. T1 have to be decisive. Weaver's Wall ready for Faker.
Yep, Faker gonna get that one in there as Delight off to the side. Not necessarily in the best position. Here's a dive over. It's actually Kobayushi again! Taking the Baron with the arrow! We've seen that one before. It's now pressing guard. Owner diving on in, and he just takes down Peanut. Matters into his own hands. And now Delight tries to go for the re-engage, but who's tankier? It is Carrier this time, and now Zayas. This is where he thrives. Viper just taking thirds of his health at a time, although dishing back a fair bit himself. And so Zayas going to retreat to the side lane, and the Baron now encircling T1. They're going to look for some turrets.
I think that's when immediately Hanwha Esports are looking for something.
Well, they are definitely looking for it now. Tunnel does come in to flash out immediately from Faker. He is not risking it. He knows exactly what you say.
But they just burn Paranoia with 10 seconds still dragging, so...
Oh, the Black Hook, and he manages to find Seka! Free delivery with the seismic shove. Carrier finding the angle. That may have been the game-winning play.
Carrier, he's just taking this game into his own hands. He and Owner have had so many fantastic engages with his Locket, with Owner's Crescent Guard. They just go in, they're hell-bent on making the engages happen, and it works out. Zayas, will he be stopped?
Viper on a weird angle there, trying to see whether maybe they could layer some CC, but it's not going to work out. The Zeri with the man disadvantage.
Golden XP being lost from Life Esports, maybe in a tower if this goes on longer. They do have control of the Dragon area, but...
Well, Dragon area control is important though, because Mountain Soul with a quad stack, that is a lot of defenses. Of course, they have a Vayne. She can cut through pretty comfortably, but T1 are looming. And yeah, like you said, I mean, Faker, he's got the wall. He can just build that. He is going to put that one together now as Peanut is now in this pit. Can they win the smite is the question. Great spell shield comes on down, and that's the engage here from Owner. He tries to hold on. Hook not really doing too much, but it is Owner that takes the soul for T1. It's gigantic now because they're the ones with the shield. They're the ones with the control. Oh, and the Hook is going to find the Zeri. She is able to press that cleanse flash button, try and get himself out of there. But it's Delight that falls the flank angle from Zayas. The flash, the tumble, and the Vayne is going to find the fight. He goes invisible and snipes out the Zeri. And this man maybe should just become the AD carry. So
there's the cleanup from the Vayne. You needed a fantastic grab from Carrier. Kicks up the fight. You know, Hanwha Esports thought T1 got the soul and walked away, but once again, T1 have controlled the game, controlled the series, and are now looking to end.
16 out of 18 KP for Carrier, and it looks like T1 have done it. Another finals. The Gen Z T1 prophecy, it just keeps delivering. And on the 6th time of asking, T1 will do it again. Another grand finals.
And now, you will face Gen G at the finals for the 5th time in a row. So anything you would like to say to deny Gen G from a 4P title? Every time we met Gen G in the finals, we always lost, and that has been a big regret. So I want to make sure that we are the first seed at MSI. Give it up for Owner. And next up will be Faker. Faker, 8 years ago, you defeated Rox here on this exact spot with the same match score. And with today's victory, you have qualified for your 16th LCK finals. How do you feel? I'm able to stand on the final stage again. I'm very grateful. And just the fact that I'm able to play on such a big stage, I'm very happy. And remember, you said you had such premonition regarding the finals, and you winning the finals before you going to sleep last time in the last interview. So it looks like it's going to become a reality very soon. Yeah, I think it'll definitely become a reality. I think this is a really good opportunity for us to challenge ourselves and win against Gen G in the finals finally. Now, you guys have T1's 11th LCK title on the line tomorrow. What is your resolution? We'll make sure that we're able to secure our 11th title, and we want to make our fans proud. And we wish you a successful journey in the LCK finals. Congratulations. And that's the end of the interview with T1. Please give it up for the T1 players.
페이커 선수 같은 선수가 있기에 노력할 수 있는 동기부여적 한 부분이 되는 것 같아요. 왜냐하면 정점을 찍었음에도 계속 다시 정점에 도전하는 모습과 그에 맞는 실력을 보이고 있고 그런 모습들이 리스펙트하게 되는 것 같아요. 아마 올해도 많이 맞붙을 것 같은데 좋은 경기 하고 싶다고 말해주고 싶습니다. T1을 많이 만난다는 건 잘하고 있다는 뜻이기도 하거든요. 그래서 많이 만났으면 좋겠습니다.
Thank you for watching until the end. These were the best highlights from T1's road to the final of the LCK Spring Playoffs. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.